the adjacent property owner, if they were ever to develop it, may put a buffer there, depending on what that development could be, could potentially put a buffer there as well.
Really, if you know the property, the buffer is all the way around this. This is setting off how far from 50 highway? 75, 100 feet?
No, so that the driveway that starts from 50 south back to the parking lot is just under 700 feet.
Okay.
So it's set
and
back
there's a
pretty
buffer
far.
from there all the way around to the left side of it, and it goes all the way to the back.
Right.
If you stand there and look at the back, then the buffer that you're seeing is a tree line that buffers the woods back there, and then if you step over the property line, you're in a ditch. I do not see, I think William had it, if they would develop that property back there for housing, whatever way that they come in, they would probably be responsible for buffering right through there.
Yeah.
Everything I've looked at, it's already buffered. Now to the right of it, there's some cows in a field out there,
Right.
and
That's
whoever owns that property, there's a fence up, and half of it's down. Some of the cows even were over to the right side. I think it's already buffered all it's going to be, but you keep saying there's 2 buildings. There's actually 3 buildings. There's a building behind.
right. There is this like storage or.
A storage building.
Mm-hmm.
But does that have to be in this? I mean, for the people that don't know, this place has already been operating just like what he's asking for. We have had a class reunion out there before. The town of Benson had their what?
I think that
Chamber.
Chamber
I'm
used to have
talking.
a chamber
The
had a
chamber
party.
had their chamber banquet out there. It was just not large enough. He's not planning on doing anything that he knows won't work, and it's kind of cut and dry.
I just want to make sure we're not adding on restrictions that are not current with our current UDO. That was the point for my question. Because
Yeah.
I read the minutes last night from the planning board meeting, and it said that they had requested a Class B buffer, and I just was wondering if we were just ad-libbing more requirements on somebody when we shouldn't be. That was
Well,
my point of question.
The original special use permit from the county required a Class B buffer on that rear property line. Don't believe it was ever put in to any standards. But if you go back there, that's why I said, I mean, it's something that you need to weigh, and because
Would that fence in the back on that ditch bank be considered a buffer?
no,
No?
no,
Okay.
no, it's just a chicken wire type of.
You know, they said something about blue water. Okay, the little creek.
Mhm.
How could anybody put anything on that buffer anyway with the restrictions?
Well, when I look at the site, there's no blue line stream that's traversing the rear of that property, so there aren't any riparian buffers. And if there were any riparian buffers there, usually that would be buildings. If you're planting, that would actually, improve for a repair, taking away any vegetation that would potentially cause waters to be impacted, but I don't believe that there are any riparian buffers on any blue line stream that traverses on that property. So there is a deep ravine that does drop off, and even at that ravine, you still have maybe 50 feet or so to the actual property line. And then you see to the right